Hello, this is me just rambling about the thoughts that I have right now. And so much has happened. So, firstly, I have this 1 month long leave, and 1 month long leave of, after my internal exams, there was this 1 month long leave, which I didn't know how to spend my time. Sorry, I just made a grammatical mistake and I can't bear it, but I'll let it be because I want to show myself, I want to show my future self that, okay, Shara, you are a perfectionist, but sometimes you make mistakes too, and that's totally fine, and everyone does it. So, yes, so this is about my 1 month leave, and so there was this one festival in the leave in the second week. The festival begins at the second week of the leave. So first week I just go into cleaning my house, and I can't even stop myself. I'm like this, I have this urge to do it, I can't let it be. So I clean the house, and it's satisfying, but it was so tiresome. And then I was totally exhausted at the time of the festivals, and it still was worth it. It was fun. Then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go out of town because due to some personal reasons we could not travel. The family is not able to travel, and I can't go alone myself. So I just had to stay home, and I was like, okay, I'll get huge amount of time and I'll use it to study and make a schedule, make a routine of things that I want to do. And when college starts, I'll be in this best stage of my routine where I can just add college into my routine and be unaffected by it, and I'll have exercise, I'll have everything going on. But it doesn't work as you want it to, and there were relatives at my house. Frankly speaking, this time when relatives came, it was fun, it was nice to have them. It felt really good. And then they came, and we had 1 week with them where I went out of the town because with my mother, because we were not able to travel the whole family, but me and my mom could travel because there was someone at home. So me and my mom, we went to the other city. Then you have to come by bus. When we stayed there 2-3 days, and then we have to come by bus, the return journey I'm talking about. So the bus had to stop in between, and then I was like, I want to eat dosa, I am really in the mood, and my mother bought it for me. The waiting list of 5 minutes, and still it was bought. It was delicious. I missed my bus, guys. It was insane, but it was so funny. I was catching up the bus, and I literally was smiling because nothing like this bizarre has happened to me like before. So it was awesome. It was an awesome experience. I don't regret it. It's fine. But there was a lot of things at stake, like a luggage. But we got it. It was awesome. Yeah, that's the word for it. Awesome, unexpected. And before, actually, when we were eating the food at the bus stop, like the bus stops in between, it takes a 15 minutes break, and that gives us time to eat. So I was having the dosa, and I asked my mother, Mom, have you ever, and I think this is so funny to me. Even now I'm saying it, and whenever I have told this incident to my friends, I do tell this joke because it's so funny. I asked her, have you ever, lost a bus? and yeah, we did lose it. And she was like, no, I've never. And we did lose it that day. I mean, it's not funny now. I don't know how to tell jokes. But it was funny then, and it's funny to me still. Yeah, I think it will be funny for a long time, and that's what it was. And what more? Yeah, so I had this moment with my friend where she's one of my good friends. I have had really good talks with her, like, yeah, the talks that, 1 year of friendship is a very short time for having those talks. Like, you can't have those talks with the normal person, but I had those talks with her and I felt really good, and it was awesome to have that kind of talks. But as a person, I don't know what happens with me. I just get so irritated and offended and so very affected by whatever she does. If she does something in a different way, then I get hurt easily, and it's affecting our relationship. So I told her that we should not talk, and then I talked to my other friend, and she was like, okay, we have a group project, how are we going to handle that? And then I was like, okay, maybe I'll talk to her and I'll say that we'll talk again. And then I talked to her and I told her I don't want to make things awkward, and that's why we should talk. And I think I've already made it awkward, and it's so different. Like, now I don't know where to go after this point in our relationship, but I hope that it works out. I still don't know what will happen, but I just hope. Then there's this other friend that I have who's like who's good. I don't blame her, but like, I'm not really I don't hate anyone in a sense, I just don't connect with people that way than I expected I would. And whenever in the beginning of the relationships, you're like, you perceive that person in a certain light, and you're like, okay, that's your perception. So some perception you have of that person in the beginning, and then that's why somewhat the perception is the reason for having that friendship. So now that perception slowly starts changing, and totally blindsided by the person that they actually are, maybe, so different from your perspective. And yes, she's so different than what I thought she would be. And our group also is so different. Firstly, I thought that I'd have this huge kind of group in college, but I don't have a huge group, just like a handful of people, and they're cool. I have a lot of laugh with them, but laughs are cool. Oh, I'm saying things like cool so many times. Oh, I need to have some vocabulary, diverse vocabulary, right? So they're just nice people. Everyone is nice, but they're not someone that challenge me or make me think, so it's kind of hard. I don't know if I fit in with them now. And slowly, that one friend, I have just made some problems with her, and I don't know if I'm ever ready to repair that, because I have said things. We discussed our problem actually, and it was so mature of me. I felt so proud of myself that I could discuss that kind of thing with her, face to face. And I did discuss. I told her what was inside my head, and she was also so understanding about it. We talked like two adults, and I didn't blame her for that, and she didn't blame me for anything. And we just talked about the differences, and we made this decision to not talk. And I made that decision. She was like, okay, if it's something that works for you, then we'll do it. And I made that decision, but it was like, after that, when I talked to her that we should talk, that was awkward, that was difficult. And maybe when college begins, that will be hard to interact with her, and maybe we'll decide what we have to do. Maybe it will be just as before. I don't know, okay? I personally don't know what will happen. And the other friend, she's fine. It's just like, she's so different, and I don't know, people don't have their own personality in a sense these days. It's so hard to find people who have things that they love, who have things that they like. People don't have that. I personally don't think the other friend that I was talking, she's sweet. She's done some things for me, but it's like she isn't something that I connect with. But like now, after so much time, she doesn't have this. She lives in a okay, I'm not going to talk about her personal details, because if somehow she comes in contact with this, I don't want her to guess who she is. And there's this other friend who is totally cool, who is like totally someone that I vibe with. We share somewhat. I'm like totally unhinged with her. I say whatever is in my head, and I love those friendships where I can say whatever is in my head. I don't have that pressure to joke about things, I'm just totally relaxed with her, and it's cool. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, that's all. What more can I say? So I was just thinking about why personally now is the moment that I decided to start recording, is because I was just thinking, and I was just debating that if I've made these decisions that people don't connect with, they do some things that make me feel happy, but sometimes you don't connect with them, and is it really honest having that connections with them? I question that, because if those relationships that you're having are not really flourishing you, are not really, then after some time when you talk to those people, I don't think you'll feel good. I don't think you want to have that contact with them. And that's so true. But okay, there's no but. So I was just debating this, that whatever decisions I'm making at this moment, I don't know if they'll be right or wrong. I don't know what will happen as a result. But I think I should not think about making it, I heard this in a reel. I'm sorry, but I did hear it, and it was a good thought. This person was there, and she said that whatever decision you're making, you have to make that decision, and then you have to make it right or wrong. So I don't know, but in this case, I don't know if you have to make it right or wrong. I don't know if I can make it right or wrong. So that's also a question. I'm actually inventing questions for myself. I'm inventing those things that I want to solve. I'm not solving it. But the thing is that I'm very conflicted about if things are going to be right, if things are going to be wrong, if I end this, if I end these relationships, if I do this, then what will happen? And I think I should not do that. I think that I should not think about the future this much. Things are born to happen as they're supposed to, and if I really want things to happen in a certain way, I'll make it happen. And if I don't want it and I still make it happen, I'm gonna regret it and solve it in the future. So I think I trust myself enough now. I have matured so much. I don't think I have really not grown. I was I was just thinking about it, like maybe I did have a few fear in my past that maybe if I grow and I'll be not someone that I want to look forward to, I'll be an individual who my past self would not be proud of. But I'm here, and I think I'm so proud of myself. There are some things that I might be conflicted about, and I still don't know for sure if I'm right or wrong about them, but that's going to be something that will happen in the future as well. and this uncertainty will maybe reduce. But I can't cancel out the uncertainty. It is part of life, it is part of every decision that we make in our way. But this maturity that I have, that to discuss things with people in an open light, this other friend that I was talking about, I didn't discuss it with her, but I don't know if I can discuss it with her, because she doesn't seem that kind of a mature person to discuss it with, because it's just so tough to discuss that with. I think people would not like it. I that day when I was discussing it with my other friend, and I asked her, "Do you have any problems with me?" And she was like, "No, I don't have any problem." And I was like, "Oh my god, what am I? I'm just like I should avoid this." So she was saying that she doesn't have a problem with me, or even if she has made herself into a being who ignores it, who becomes prone to those problems. And I don't know how I'm gonna do it, and I'm not at that stage where I can handle people like that. And I think cutting people off, cutting people off would be fine for me. If they're not fitting my equation, they'll be fine. That'll be hard, but it's fine. It's something that will help my mental health and make me stronger. I hope so it will. And there's this other friend that I have who's I talked about it. Yeah, so what I was talking about was that I'm so proud of myself for and the talks that I've been having with myself, most of them include, in the end, talking about how proud I am of myself. And I feel so good. I never told myself that. I never told myself that I was proud of who I've become, on a regular day basis. Sometimes I do tell, when you're having this realization, sometimes I do have that thing in the back of my head that I'm somewhat proud of myself. But it's so brilliant now that I'm looking behind everything and seeing how I've done it. And I know I analyze every relationship like crazy, but that's how I know that they're not my, some people that I want to be with, like have that kind of connection with. Now that I'm thinking about, should I ever have a relationship with any people? Like, wow, I think I've just erased every progress I've made. But maybe we'll discuss that in the next session. I think for this session it's enough. This session was about making decisions and being in the suspense of whether the relationship or the decisions become right or wrong. And it's totally worth it. I don't think if the relationships are strong, then they'll overlook this and still work out fine. If the relationships are not right, then definitely they will end here. And that works for it too. That's okay too. Everything is okay in a sense, because people are just that. They're people. They're not. I think I've made this huge deal about people being always somewhat right. But I have found these good people who so, like, with my brain, they're so connected. When I talk to them, it's like talking with genuine feelings and genuine self. So it's hard to ever deal with people who are not like that. It's hard. Yeah, it's genuinely hard for me. And it feels like I don't connect with them so much, and I don't like that feeling of not being connected. I mean, you talk to people to feel connected, and if you don't feel that, what is the use of those friendships? What is the use of those relationships? So yeah. And if I go on like cutting each and every person in my life, it'll be so hard. But I'm not scared to do it. I think I have, a little amount of fucks that I give in my shit. Why did I say this? But I'm gonna say it. I have little amount of F's that I give in my life to relationships, to peoples, to decisions, to careers, to everything, and I don't know if I should waste that much. And I'm a people's person. I respect relationships so much. Every day I think, yeah, I value my relationships a lot. Work also I value. I'm not like ignoring everything. I do value my work. These days I'm not valuing it that much. I think I should work on that. But personally, I'm a very people's person. I love having good interactions, just chatting, like chatting for hours and hours. I love that, till my energy drains out. I love doing that. And if I can't have that genuine relationships with people, I don't think I would have relationships at all. So that's better than having these half a dash ed relationships. So I just let it be. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what I'll do, but I don't know what decisions I'll make, but they're gonna be made. I'm not scared of that. I'm not scared. Yeah, I'm not scared of the future because I feel right. Yeah. Anything else? No. I think I'm gonna sign out. Bye.